Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's live. I am so excited to be talking to Mary Cade in Asheville, North Carolina. She is with Town and Mountain Real Estate. And Mary Cade, I am honored because you have an amazing story, and it is so great to have you. People are going to be so inspired after they hear this, but it's really good to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here talking to you.
Oh, gosh. I don't even know where to begin. You came to the Making Agents Wealthy program back in March. You had something going on in your life, some decisions that you had to make. Share with anybody who's listening what those were and how you got to us.
I had been running my father's real estate business for the last 4 years, and I was working as a full-time sales agent, the broker in charge, and taking over the business from my dad. And at some point realized was wearing thin. I couldn't do all those things. So I made a hard decision to leave that and join a new firm, which I did on March 13th. I was there for 1 day, which was the day that the world sort of shut down from COVID.
Right.
So I found myself at home with the real estate market shut down. We couldn't do anything. We just, I don't know if you remember, everybody was frozen.
Yeah.
And so I was home and I set up a home office. I, sank into COVID for a little while and relaxed. And then I was like, okay, it's time to get to work somehow. And I really love to learn, and I love to try new things, and I love to expand my horizons. And that's kind of how I ended up here with you guys.
Yeah, so you landed with us, and you were a little concerned about money because you had just left this brokerage that you'd worked with for 4 years, and you're like, okay, I got nothing going on. COVID is, just really not being my friend right now to the real estate industry. But right. You made one little shift that created quite the result in your business. So we know the end of the story as you created $49,000, let's just go $50,000. There you go, $50,000 in real estate commissions in 2 weeks' time. What happened? What shifted?
Well, what happened was I was making my way through the program, and it's pretty intense. And
it is. I'm not gonna lie.
We
get in, get out, and get you successful.
That's right. And I had a lot of time to focus on the program, and I was really enjoying that. And I was just working.
Yeah.
And getting frustrated because, I'm a single mother of 3 children, and I've got to provide.
Yeah.
So I was getting frustrated with my business and my progression. I was having a little resistance around
a lot of resistance.
Okay.
No.
Possibly a lot of resistance. I was having a lot of resistance. But the wonderful thing is the support that the program gives and the mindset coaches. I would get on the call with the mindset coach and discuss my sometimes extreme resistance, and they would just talk me through it and help me turn it around to realize why I was doing what I was doing and what I was doing and how I really needed to look at it and feel about it. And so I felt like that piece was one of the most important pieces of the entire program.
Absolutely.
I love the mindset aspect.
Yeah. And so many women
that part.
say that because we have skills and we have systems and we have marketing, of course. And these are things that are going to make money. But if we don't have the mindset or the container to hold it, it's just not going to work, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so,
that's absolutely true.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I said that's true.
Yeah. One of the resistances that you had that you shared with me is that, and a lot of women in real estate, I had it as well. And it was a resistance sometimes to being in real estate. It's like, I feel like there's something else for me to do. I'm doing real estate. There's got to be more, and so talk a little bit about that and what you went through there.
That was the biggest part of my resistance, is that I have always felt like there's something else that I'm supposed to do. I'm not clear about what that is, but I've always wanted to do something bigger and to create, just create something that's going to reach more people. And so I think when I was doing real estate on my own, it felt like this is just me doing real estate, and it didn't feel like I was going in the direction that I wanted to go. I could not have imagined I would have changed courses like I have and done what I've done. But what I really wanted was to create a space for people to come and find their way and increase their own capacity, increase their confidence, a place to belong, a place for people to really be themselves and blossom into the best version of themselves. And I wanted to create that space for that to happen.
Yeah.
I would never have thought real estate would be the way I would do that. So that's been very surprising to me.
Yes. And, I felt the same way. So we had that in common as far as, I wanted to empower women, and I was in real estate and I'm selling real estate, and I'm thinking there's got to be something more. And what you just said, Mary Kate, is, hey, I thought it was over here, but really what God in the universe was telling me is that it's right here where I am. Right. And it was just recreating something. And now you have done amazing. So yes, you created 49,000 in commissions in 2 weeks time.
In 2 weeks.
Talk a little bit about you just shared, before we got on this live, my business is exploding. So share with people where you are now, like what's happening. And yeah.
Well, now I've been just working this whole time. It's really fun for me to have the systems in place. Yes. Because I am the high D person. I'm not the most organized person. I'm the big picture. Yes. And so I never had time before in my previous role to really get systems in place.
Yeah.
So I've been thrilled to get systems in place and to be able to work those systems. And I have since created a team, and I now have 2 wonderful buyer's agents who are so excited to be on my team, and an admin, and she's amazing. So while my business is exploding right now, I'm just throwing things at her left and right. Can you write this offer? Can you take this contract to close? Can you do this listing? And she's like, yes, I can. And I'm just like, wow, that's great. Because if you can, then I can keep running forward. Yeah. And that's exciting. That's exciting.
It is very exciting because, one of the things, I hope it's okay if we share this, but you weren't only just a single mom, you're a widow.
Right.
Right? If this isn't good to share, then I don't know what we're going to do about it.
It's live. I'm comfortable with that.
Good. Yeah. So, there's so many women out there, and we do work with a few great men. Guys, if you're watching this, please, we work with quite a few men, but there's so many women that say, I can't because, and they find themselves in a hopeless situation, or they're just not in the best frame of mind. And you overcame so much, coming here during COVID, going through making the commissions that you did during COVID and a shutdown, because North Carolina, I have been there, and it was very stringent, right? During COVID, you could not do, or militant, I should say.
Right.
You couldn't do a lot. What would you share with anybody watching to help them, is there anything you would share? Just what do they do? What do they do to get over whatever they think they can't get through?
One of the things I've loved about this program is you get started, you have no idea what you're jumping into. It just sounds promising. And then you get in and it is intense, but every step of the way, there's so much support and there's so many people. Coach Kelly, I just absolutely adore her. She's amazing.
She's great.
She's amazing. Yeah, I have just loved her. And the mindset coaches are fantastic. And as you go through, it's quick and it's fast and you learn all these things. But every time you do, you're building your own confidence and you're going, okay, I can learn a new thing. And then I can pile this other thing on top of it. I can learn that too. And I can do that too. So all the way through, you're realizing I can get way out of my comfort zone. I can learn new things. I can stretch into new places. I can see things differently. And so, that we all have excuses for why we can't do things. Sure. But if you just put those on the shelf and say, this is what I'm doing. I'm going, and let's see what happens. You know, and so that's what I decided at the beginning. Let's see what happens.
Put blinders on,
And I
just,
thought,
exactly where you had been before, and where you are now. It's like two sides of a coin. You made a decision. You made a very clear, distinct decision, and you said, I'm committed. I don't want my life to be like it's been. I need new opportunity. I need new, fresh wind. I need new and fresh business. And you have certainly pushed through. Guys, if you just hopped onto the live, we're talking to Mary Cade in Asheville, North Carolina, who has just had an amazingly inspiring story. And so what is next for you? What's next for you?
Well, I am excited to, who knows? It's unfolding every day.
True.
It's unfolding every day, and I'm really excited to get my team members. I really want to support them and get them up and going. They're so excited and so enthusiastic, and we're really building this all together. I feel like it's not my team, it's our team. We're all, we all have various talents and gifts to bring, and we're all building it together. And I really want to get them going and just keep increasing the possibilities and see what happens, because now I can kind of see clearly what we're doing. I couldn't really see it until recently, and now I can really see clearly what we're doing and where we're going, which is great.
So funny, because I have been I have attracted the best team. We call them the best team ever, the coaches, and I am just super blessed. I don't know, I must have lived right or something. And I feel like you have done the same. You've attracted amazing team members, and people come and go. They grow, or we hope that they don't ever go, but they do. But where you're headed is you're right. We don't know what's ahead for you. When we have agents come into the program, we don't give you everything all at once. You said we kind of give you one thing, and then we stack on top of that, and stack and stack and stack and stack until it just explodes, almost like a science experiment or something, baking soda and vinegar, it just explodes. And so that's what you've done. But the one thing that you did, Mary Cade, I believe that you followed through. You implemented, you shifted, you were committed, you made the mindset shift. And everybody can do it. The fact is, you just have to show up. That's really the secret sauce, is showing up, right?
Show up. Yeah. Show up every day and pay attention and do the next right thing. That's what I kept doing. Even when I got tired and said, woo, I just would show up and just keep doing it. And, there's times when it is not evident that it's working, and then it all really works.
It just falls into place. It just falls into place. We always talk about, and I'm going to let you go here because I know you're super busy, but, we talk about how business comes out of the blue in this program. It's almost like when you just show up, even when you don't feel like it, and it doesn't look like it's working in a moment, and then the next day it's like a wave comes of out of the blue business that you're like, what happened? I think that's one of the greatest gifts that we give, and I don't know
that's where I am. Yeah, no, it's a part of it. I've thought a lot about that, because that's where I am in my business right now, is that I've been working, and I hit another little lull. It just kept working, and all of that right now, it's all coming out of the woodwork and exploding right now. So it's super fun. It's all that out of the blue. The other thing that I wanted to mention before we go is the resistance piece. We talked a little bit about this. When I released the resistance, when I stopped fighting my own self, did we freeze?
Yep, we did for a moment.
When I stopped fighting my own self. Okay, all right. And when I quit fighting my own self and my own plans, and having doubts about what I was doing, and when I really showed up and said, okay, I'm doing this and I'm in, and when I actually started building the team, and I felt like it started happening without me. Like it was just taking on a life of its own in a really good, positive way. And it's hard to even describe how that is happening, but it's like the whole doing the right thing. So
oh yeah, doing the right
let's go.
thing, and it just all falls into place. It all falls into place.
Yeah, and I would not be here if it was not for this program. 100%.
That's amazing. And I wanted to bring something up before we close too, Mary Kate, that, if anybody is watching and you think, I'm just doing real estate, for some people, it's their life calling. They love real estate. They wouldn't do anything else. They don't want to do anything else. But for some, they're like, gosh, I'm doing real estate and it's not panning out. There's something over here I want to do. And, sometimes we are called. We don't know what we're called to. And we think, well, I know I'm called to something bigger and better, but it's not real estate. It may be that's one thing that we help. And I just get chills every time I think about it. And Mary Kate, I know that your life is a testament to this. You're going to be called to something, but you've got to cover the bills. You've got to cover and take care of those children like Mary Kay does, and you've got to have a system in place so that you can actually go do it. We can sit here in our homes and go, oh, I just know that I'm being called to something else and it's not real estate. You know what? Get your butt to work. Take what God has given you, create the financial foundation so that you can go do what you're called to do without being in this business 24/7. And so I know that we spoke about that before we went live. And I just love that you knew, yes, I'm being called to something better, or not better, different. I'm being called to something different, but wow.
Different.
You have created a foundation that now you can go do whatever it is that you're being led to do and not worry about finances, taking care of your family, taking care of your children. So congratulations.
Thank you. I heard y'all say that throughout the course, and I kept thinking, okay, that's right. I've got the talents and skills and things that I have, I can use right now with that and build this thing that is right in front of me, because I feel like I've been led to this moment, and that's going to lead me to something else.
It will. Next step, right? We don't know what it is, but it'll come up when it's time to take that step, I always say.
That's right. Yeah.
So guys, thanks for tuning in for the live. If you're an agent, people, listen, Asheville is amazing. Asheville, North Carolina is like the hottest growing market on the East Coast. And if you have referrals and you want somebody that is going to be amazing, doesn't let anything fall through the cracks, and you have a referral for Mary Kay, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you so they can send you referrals?
That would be great. Thank you. Probably through my email, which is marycade, MARYCADE, at townandmountain.com.
That is marycade at townandmountain.com. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what happens, and we will definitely, of course, your family now. We're going to just keep in touch with you. And guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want more information on the Making Agents Wealthy program, you can go over to KarenCoffey.com/Making Agents Wealthy. There's 5 tips on there of how to make 100K in 100 days and all sorts of things. Or just go to the website. Take a look. See if there's anything we can do for you. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Mary Kay, talk to you later.